Shalom, shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Allah Hayanoah, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Waharakakodash. News just popped in right now on my feed from the Sun, 7:19 a.m. It's 8:13 now, so it's about what? Just under an hour ago, this news came. 12th of October, 2022. Pound plunges. The UK pound plunges and markets face more turmoil as Bank of England warns pension funds bailout won't continue. And it's funny, isn't it, that it's not funny actually. It's very spiritual, the fact that we're approaching, the climax of the year. We're like what, about 10 weeks away before this year, so-called year ends. Just think about it. Okay, 2.5 years ago, this 19 thing started. Bro, we're going 3 years and beyond, man. And time's flown by, which is beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Markets are facing more chaos again today after the value of the pound tumbled. It follows the Bank of England's announcement that an emergency bailout of pension funds will not continue beyond Friday. Pound versus dollar, October the 11th. Okay. Why do they always show the pound versus dollar? Because the UK is the mother of America. Okay. Okay. America came out of the UK, the United Kingdom, or England. And they're the two Edomite powers of the world, especially America being ground zero. And Canada, you got the Queen's face on the so-called dollar over there. And a dollar means a measurement of weight, and a pound is basically regarding silver. Hence the reason why it's called pound sterling. Measurement of silver. And as you can see the difference of the fluctuations in value from yesterday, from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. How it's dropped significantly, as you can see. Those of you remember graphs from the school days. As you've got your mortgage rate on average 2-year fixed rate in points. The Bank of England boss Andrew Bailey told pension funds, "You've got 3 days left now and you've got to sort it out." The pound plunged against the dollar, dropping below $1.10 for the first time in weeks, dropping from 1.1178 to 1.0953 overnight. It is now sitting at around $1.10 at the time of writing. The Bank of England was forced to step in for the third time in a week yesterday to try and calm the markets and prevent a fire sale of government debt. What's fire sale? I've heard that term before, fire sale. A sale of goods remaining after the destruction of commercial premises by fire. A sale of goods or assets at a very low price, typically when the seller is facing bankruptcy. The key word is bankruptcy. Okay? The key word is bankruptcy. Basically means that everything is just going to collapse. Corruptcy, collapse. It is said the ongoing instability in the bonds market poses a material risk to UK financial instability and revealed an emergency plan to calm markets. It beefed up its earlier intervention by buying £5 billion of index-linked bonds alongside £5 billion of conventional bonds per day, starting Tuesday, October the 11th until October the 14th. In total, it means the BOE will be purchasing Bank of England will be purchasing up to £10 billion of bonds every day, but support beyond Friday won't continue. The government bond market is worth $2.1 trillion and underpins the UK financial market. Let's just go to the key parts here. It comes as the UK economy unexpectedly shrunk by 0.3% between July and August this year. Experts had been expecting the UK's economic growth to flatline in August. Okay, the Bank of England. This is the key parts. I'm just picking the meat from the bones. The Bank of England has warned the UK will go into recession towards the end of the year. Yeah, we're going to hit it now. You got India shutting their banks for about 3 weeks to uh, bring in the digital currency platforms, CBDC, or whatever the abbreviation is. It's lucky because sometimes our memory isn't so good. Sometimes you forget things for a second, then it comes back to you. The digital currency. Why are they doing that in India? Because China's already got infrastructure in place, and India is the next country that's got like a huge population that's under one banner of a country. Africa is a continent; it's huge. So each country there in Africa has got its own governance, his own government, and to get the whole continent under lockdown, at the sea hip, is going to be a strategic task for Esau. But India, they're going to fall right in line. Not everyone, okay? I've been to India. There's parts of India, right, that you go, and it's like people have been living like that for hundreds of years. Hundreds of years, okay? Hundreds of years. Last time I went there was 2012 and 2004, okay? And that place is, it's real extreme up there. You got the rich on one part, that really super rich. Then you got the poor that live in the shanty towns, and it's Jake amongst Elam. Salakia, I'm always digressing. My mind's all over the place. Experts have been expecting the UK's economic growth to flatline in August. Okay, the UK will go into recession towards the end of the year, and we're in October right now. Shit, what is it? Whew, almost mid-October, bro. Mid-October. Tomorrow's the 13th, but Friday's the 14th. Lord willing, we get there. Next week is the 21st. Lord willing, we get there. Man, this month is done, bruv. November, December 2023. Whew. Yeah, buddy. What it means for your money. Market instability is bad for your finances. Okay, we're going to leave it there. Basically, the closer we get towards the end, okay, everything is collapsing, okay? Everything is collapsing. A lot of you have been given free money, benefits, so-called pay rises by 1% or 2%, and certain things are still cheap. The only thing that's going through the roof in terms of pricing, right, is food. Okay? As far as I know, with regards to clothes, toiletries or whatever, everything is, a little bit dearer in terms of pricing, a few pennies here and there, but it's the food that's gone up by a few quid, a few pounds. Quite significantly too. 20, 30%, sometimes 40% is going crazy. And Esau's weird, man. It's like they're like drip feeding you, because I sometimes go and buy like chicken thighs or whatever, from the supermarket. You go there, you buy a couple of trays in it, so you can like either chuck in the air fryer, have some salad with it or whatever. And then you go there, 1 minute it's a regular price, and then like 2 weeks later it goes up again significantly by a couple of quid, and then 2 weeks later it drops again, So they're trying to make as much money as they can, and they're just drip feeding you their goods. And my personal theory is, okay, this is just me speaking as a man, all the major stores and chains that are owned in the UK are owned by the same people. They just basically show it as like it's one company against the other, but they're all making money. Okay? It's like one major Edomite owning Nike, Adidas, Puma, whatever. But they make it look like that one's competing against the other, but they don't. They're all still making money. It's like a chess game. You understand what I'm trying to say? Okay, victuals. Let me get the correct meaning. Victuals. What am I doing? Victuals meaning. Definition is food or provisions. Turkey and other savory victuals were served. Okay. Food or provision. Yeah, provisions of food. Okay. Behold, food and provisions shall be so good, cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, which a lot of Jake think they do. You know, I'm just focusing on my people. I don't give a shit about the heathen. They can fall fall on their face. I don't care. Let them. Okay, I'm trying to keep it spiritual. Think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion. So a lot of people, you know, I don't like using what the correct term. I was going to use the term high on the hog. I hate the term hog. Let's just say, a lot of people are living high on the horse. I don't know if that's a term or not, or they're living in a decent way. And I'm not mad at Jake living, trying to better themselves. You should be trying to better yourself. But at the end of the day, if you're not in this truth, or you're not praying to the Lord in His name, and you're not, and the Lord's not supping with you, I'm nobody, but I know I've got a certain degree of connection to Yahweh Hashem Yahshai, maybe not as much as the apostles, elders, and prophets of Great Millstone and other elders that I watch, but every Jake has got his own specific portion. You know what I mean? Let's get back to the fact of the matter. See how I'm digressing again. Behold, victuals shall be so cheap, shall be so good and cheap upon the earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case, which a lot of people think that they do because they're so happy. They don't go through certain stresses. They don't go through certain issues, especially the heathen and Esau, right? They're getting chipped. They've got beautiful homes, 3-4 story homes, with an underground gym, high-end cars, there's pictures on the wall of husband and wife together, house is immaculately clean, which it should be. I'm just giving a sort of painting a picture of how Esau is living at the moment. I'm sure you saw that video of the Edomite woman. I think it was on GMS Get This Work, where the Edomite woman is showcasing her C-hip, and she goes, "Yeah, my husband's got a better one. He can do X, Y, and Z with his C-hip." Man, she was boosted like she got spiritual power or something. But she got it on the left-hand side, which is that chip, which is nothing really, They just basically shot themselves in the foot, man. I mean, it's over for them. This is their last 100 meters, man, dash. And after that, it's over for them. These heathens, And for a lot of these people, and 2/3 Jake, they're living great. They don't have any issues, They don't go through they don't go through living from check to check, trying to figure out, okay, I've got to get this done by then. I can move some money from there to there, or I can stack money by then, or whatever. They don't have to think about things. They, something pops in their minds, an issue occurs financially. Write my check, or I'll pay by my debit card or credit card, or I'll just pay by cash. Paying by cash, which is a very rarity these days, is becoming that, and it will be. They think that they're in good case. A lot of Jake that got free money think they're in good case, but they're building up cases against a lot of you Jakes that lied about the those loans that you got, those business loans, and they're coming for you, man. They're going to be knocking on your doors early hours of the morning while you nigger women have got your shower caps on, and you Jakes are in your drawers, just laying there with your blunt stubbed out in your ashtray on the left-hand side of your bed. They're going to rush your yard, and they're going to take you. Okay, and with all this happening, okay, right? Evils still are growing. Okay, you saw no vax, no vucking, and with Trina and somebody called Saucy Santana, some Mo. Man, this evils. There's so many things popping off. I'm just mentioning a bit here, a bit there. What I've been seeing. There's so many things. It's just evils are growing, man. Or these nasty people. Famine, people in the streets starving and that. But it's not famine like famine, where there's not even even a morsel of food. Where in America, they can still go to the bins of major stores at the back and find sandwiches that haven't been sold. They're probably like maybe 24 hours old. They throw away sandwiches and donuts and cakes and chocolate bars and I don't know, whatever. Throw away juices just because they haven't been sold. Or bakeries that make fresh sandwiches that are sold at lunchtime. They just throw them away. So a lot of homeless people go there and grab that food, then beg for money, then buy their dope. But famine is coming, and it warms my heart when I see Edomites on the street begging. I love that, man. I get glee out of that. And that scripture comes in my mind, come and sit in the dust of the ground, and I walk past them, just looking down at them and think, damn heathens, man. You see the odd Jake and that, obviously you drop a few quid, Lord willing, But Thwari Bashim I have not seen. I'm talking about me, with the area I live in. I have not seen, because the Jakes that we have over here with the original look are West Indians or Nigerians, right? And I haven't seen one of them. I've seen one, right? And just one. The rest of them are heathens, There's probably Israelite foreigners amongst them, but the ones that I've seen that look like Edomites are definitely Edomites, man. So, there's a lot of great confusion in this world. People don't know what's going on, People just rely on the news, like those words are coming out of the Lord's mouth. Even though the Lord is controlling everything, Isaiah 45 verse 7, right? But, they actually believe what the government says, People are getting cheesed off. People are, strapping up, getting literal swords as well. They're tired of this place. And it's just a little further push. Everything's going to blow. Everything's going to blow, man. Everything's going to blow. Ezekiel 7:19. And you saw, like in Latin America, a little while back when they were chucking their currency in the streets, right? Which is the equivalent of silver and gold. And literal silver and gold will be thrown in the streets as well. Because when you're hungry, you will need water and food. Do you think you give a SHIT about gold or what carat is, whether it's 22 carat, 18 carat, or 24 carat? Or silver, whether it's 925 or pure 999? Or whether the stones are precious? You're not going to care. When you're hungry, all right? When you're hungry, you could see the prettiest female across the street. She's not going to be on your mind as a man. I'm talking about, not you weirdos out there. As a man, you see a beautiful woman across the street. That's not going to even matter. That's going to be the last thing on your mind. It's going to be about food, man, and survival. Keeping yourself warm in the winter, cool during the summer, and clean to a certain degree when the water gets turned off and all that as well. And then food to survive. Okay, you can, it's disgusting as it is, it's nasty as it is, you can maybe avoid, in a situation like that where everything's just shut down, you might not have a shower for 4 or 5 days, which is disgusting. You might not change your drawers for 2 weeks, which is gross. That's the mindset you got to be in, because that's what we're coming to, man. But the food aspect, you can't, unless you've been training your body, try and eat maybe once a day, work out, fast, because your body is used to food, and food is for survival, man. And water is needed as well, because 70% or more of our body is water. So all this, this pound sterling, this dollars, this so-called currency, this fiat currency, isn't nothing. It only means something because Esau has created infrastructure in this hell to make it mean something. You see the movie I Am Legend, right, with Will Smith. Now, when the dog runs into the bank, what do you see inside the bank? You see piles and piles and piles and piles and piles and piles of cash. Okay? But it doesn't mean anything. Why? Because the world is dead. Esau's world is dead. Okay? And that's what's going to happen. Ezekiel 7:19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Eloheinu Bahashem Yahushai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Bowels, fill their bowels. It's your stomach. And what gets filled with your bowels? Sometimes when you take a shit, and if you're not eating, you can't take a shit. So there's gonna be no food, and that's what's coming, and it's gonna get there. Oh, a couple of the scriptures as well, you know. Okay. Yeah, I was just checking out the meaning of rainbows yesterday because I saw two rainbows. I saw one rainbow. I might have seen it twice. You know, the first time I saw a rainbow after ages was one at nighttime, which was basically over my house. The whole rainbow was like, the way the beautiful rainbow is, like kind of like a shape of a horseshoe. One side, I don't know, I couldn't see the other side, but all I know is that it was over my house at night. This is like must have been 9, 10 at night, man. I saw a rainbow over my house. You know, and the rainbow is beautiful. Esau's gonna pay for using the beautiful rainbow for that nasty shit. Okay. And 2023 is predicted to be the year from hell, man. Okay. And now with Esau saying that, okay, by the end of the year, we're gonna enter a recession. And by the end of the year, X, Y, and Z is gonna happen. And by 2023, it's gonna be the year from hell. So next year is gonna be a crazy year, man. It's gonna be crazy now. We don't know what's gonna happen 1 minute to the next, man. Okay, so this is from Thursday the 29th of September. Okay, so not too long ago, just under 2 weeks. Next is a clothing store. They have like a chain. There's nothing designer. The brand is called Next, and they make some decent things. They make some decent things, sort of affordable prices for men and women that just want some, generic so-called good quality stuff to wear, really, right? And Next Boss, just to give you a little sort of background to what Next is for anyone that's outside of the UK or Europe. Next Boss warns of second cost of living crisis in 2023 as pound slumps. Simon Wolfson says currency crisis means inflation, which has soared because of energy prices, may be worse next year. There's another scripture that's coming in my they suffer not as other men. When you know what the scripture means and you know what it's that scripture I want to get, where that's not the one. They that's it. They are not in trouble. There you go. So a lot of you out there, right? Even next year, a lot of you that have the C hip and that kind of dough, especially you heathens and 2/3 are sold out. Jake goes through it because Jake is being purified like gold and silver. But the heathen, Psalm 73 verse 5, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. That's why you see these damn devils walking around without women of other nations, and these devils don't look like shit. You know what I mean? I personally don't like seeing Esau with women of color. I don't like seeing that shit, because Esau puts all women of color in the same boat. You know what I'm trying to say? Because they don't know who's who. You could have you could have an Ammonite woman, right, who's got not so gooky eyes, with a nice sort of high yellow complexion and long dark hair. She could pass for a Gadite or a Northern Kingdom sister, or she could be an Israelite. We don't know, And they put us all in the same. But I just don't like seeing that because as soon as I see that image, I mean, the Edomite looking person could be a Jake. I don't know, but the ones that I've seen are not Jake. It's just that image. You know what I'm trying to say? That image of seeing that pig-skinned devil, with a nice lady of color. Really, it just irks me. You know what I'm trying to say? Then after a little while, then you see a sharp-looking Jake with a beautiful, 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 a very attractive either Eastern European lady or some kind of Edomite woman, and that sort of makes you feel a little bit better, thinking, yeah, good, you know. Because I've noticed that Jake is doing pretty decent with the ladies, man, especially Edomite women. Whether Israelite foreigners, I don't know, but some of these Edomite women look good. Because I remember back in the 90s, man, Jake was just dealing with some pigs, man. Every Edomite bitch they had was like 300 pounds and shit. Not all the time, but here and there. But nowadays, Jake is getting their models, man. Fine looking women too. There I go digressing again. Salakia for that. Let me just read this. Psalm 73, verse 3. Okay, because sometimes we get envious thinking that we go through this and that and the third. We go through different emotions and we feel effed up. We're thinking, why are we going through this and that and the third? Because really we deserve worse, man. Yahushua went through so much, you know what I mean? We deserve worse. We deserve death, man. So we should, think about what happens to people, how they die, how the Lord takes them out, Hebrews 10:31. It's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of a living power, man. So this is only, so we train now. We train hard now so we can fight easy later. Okay? The heathen and 2/3 aren't training hard now. So when the fight comes, they're untrained, and what's going to happen? They're going to get it, bruv. They're going to get it. But Jake, that's going through the hell now, it's going to be like, I use an analogy, right? It's going to be like you having a drink with your brothers, right? Okay, you're drinking, I don't know, 70% proof rum or vodka, right? You're knocking back a shot or two, okay? And then you move on to a different kind of rum or vodka, which is 40%, okay? Now, you've had the strong stuff, okay? It was nasty at first, but you got used to it. Now you're having the 40%, and it's just going down easy like water, okay? So we're going through the hard stuff now. When Jacob's trouble and everything else begins, it's still gonna be scary, but the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai, Brakti Yahweh Bashim Yashai is gonna keep the selected Jakes, Eves, and the children out there, no matter what they look like, as long as they have that bloodline, they're the wheat and not the tares. The Lord Yahweh Bashim Yashai is gonna protect them, man. Okay? I don't want to go into the spiritual aspects that I've seen and others have seen. That's is a personal thing. You can talk about it. You mentioned a little bit here and there, but I've seen some things, man. Another one, Ratazar, we'll see more, man. Because we're getting to, you get to the point where, okay, you see the spiritual numbers, you see this, that, and the third, which is beautiful, man, because that's spiritual power, and those are miracles in itself. But getting to the point where, man, you want to just see these devils go down, man. You want to see brothers get the power. You want to see brothers striking these people down with lasers, and man, you just want to, you know what I mean? For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked. You know what I mean? Esau, heathens, 2/3. For there are no bands in their death, for their strength is firm. You think that, man, heck, everything's working out for them, and they don't have no issue. They lose a job and they have an interview, then the following week and they got another job, very quickly, and they're on better money and this and that. Every woman that they want, they just ask out, and or they, it's easy for them. It just goes to show that the demons are working with with these heathens. It's very demonic. Jake could look like Shamar Moore or Genuine, man, in their prime. And a woman would bypass that, but go for somebody who looks like, I don't know, Jack Nicholson, old ass Jack Nicholson, for example. That's demonic. That for a fact. There's demons working with that heathen. They get everything they ever wanted because they're not plagued like other men, because this is their rulership. Okay, but this is coming to an end. Do you realize, okay, that the heathen, Esau and the heathens, they're not going to ever rule again? And Esau is going to be in slavery for 1,000 years, man. We're going to be effing them up on the daily, on the second. Then after 1,000 years, Obadiah 1:18 takes place. We burn them MFers up. You get me? This is it for them, bruv. Okay? Up until Yahushua returns. Bruv, this is it for them. It could be 6 months. It could be a year left. So they better do them lines of coke and fentanyl, whatever they do, man. Do it. Go and get yourself some nigger women, man, prostitutes, whatever. Go there, man. They'll pay your money, dude. Run a train on it. I don't give a shit. That's wicked, but you guys are gonna do that anyway. Like Biden's son smoking crack, and who were the women with him in the hotel or that place? They look like women of color to me, or prostitutes they bought, or strippers, whatever the situation may be. They were smoking crack with him. Okay, our women aren't with us, bruv. No matter what they look like, they can have the original look. They can have an exotic look. They can look like Israelite foreigners. They're not with us, bruv. But the Lord has got somebody out there for each Jake, man. Even on this side, bruv. And the Lord will give you the avenue. And then when you do get those few small blessings up until we get the hell out of here, even though we're going through what we're going through, you're going to say, okay, now I know why I had to go through this length of time before I got what I wanted. You know what I mean? And it makes sense. It's hard. It's very hard. Okay? It's very hard. I think the harder, it's very hard, man. But prayer and focus gets you through it. Sometimes you go through so much hell, you don't even feel like watching a video. But then you think to yourself, okay, I don't feel like watching a movie. I don't feel like listening to music. I don't feel like doing this, that, and the third. And then what happens? Yahweh Shai puts a spirit on one of the prophets to make a video. And that video, you look at it, it was made in the last 2-3 hours or whatever, and you'll be feeling like the exact subject that the brother's been talking about. And Yahweh Shai has used the prophets as his mouthpiece, and then you get comforted, man. Then you get that warm feeling, your hair stand up on your arm, and the angels are right around you, man. You start crying a little bit, you know that the Lord's with you. You praise the Lord more. You learn more prayers in the Hebrew, You memorize the prayers in the Hebrew. You see spiritual things, man. It's getting emotional now thinking about it. Verse 6, therefore pride compasseth them about as a chain. The heathens. Violence covereth them as a garment. Esau's destruction around the world. Their eyes stand out with fatness. Everything's pucker for them. They have more than heart could wish. The ruling so-called elites of this world, they are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily with pride. Okay, they speak with pride, man. And there's a couple of other. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we were on this article. Next chief executive has warned the UK could be heading for a second cost of living crisis next year, which is 2023, as the slump in the value of the pound drives further prices rise. On Thursday, the fashion and homewares retailer cut sales and profit expectations for the year after a disappointing August. And because of fears that additional inflation would squeeze shoppers' spare cash. Okay? All right. Basically, everything is failing, okay? You can even see on the trains in Esau's face, man. They don't know what's coming. So the way they try and drown it out is bread and circuses, man. So they can try and find everything they can do in their certain area, being a soccer match or whatever they're into, or just stacking up on booze and drugs and just sitting in their home and I don't know, whatever these heathens do. Okay, let's go on this one. Did I watch this? Did I see this? Okay, tax research. Okay, UK surviving 2023 and how to manage the coming economic crisis. Look at that. It's all in there, man. Okay, and they all want you to get C-hipped, man. That's why they use these terms, these keywords: booster, track and trace, booster, track and trace. They put these keywords in your head, man. And those words could be in anything, man. Like the darts that they were giving out for the 19 thing. Yeah, that's track and trace. Then you got booster, like even certain clothing stores or shoes or whatever, they're putting the term boost everywhere. They're putting it for the C-hip. So people get um, psychological witchcraft where they just follow, like the Pied Piper is leading them into the queue of getting sea hit, you know. So, will there be a recession in 2023 UK? Negative growth is likely to persist throughout 2023 as the UK economy continues to grapple with energy pressures and high interest rates, driving a slowdown of the economy, including a reduction in house prices. GDP growth is only likely to turn positive in 2024. Ain't gonna go positive in 2024. They always say that's shit. Okay? 2030, we're gonna have everyone see hit. We're not gonna get no 2030, bruv. Okay? If we had that, what was it, 2020? If we had another 10, 15 years left here, man, why is ESOS scrambling so hard? Okay, why aren't they so-called relaxed how it was, say, let's just say late 90s, early 2000s? And that was only, what, 23, 24 years ago, which wasn't long. We don't have that. We don't have that much time, man. Me speaking as a man, Lord willing, man. We only, the Lord's gonna do it how the Lord's gonna do it. But I don't believe we got, hopefully, Lord willing, man, less than 2 years left here, man, or even less than a year left here. I don't want Ratazar, man. You know. And even if you get caught out there and you die, you know how Gad says. You see the movies when a Gadite warrior dies as a warrior, Gad comes over and says that he died a good death. His fire has gone out. The fire meaning your spirit, your soul has gone back to Yahweh Bashim Hashai. You don't want to die like a coward, man, begging for your life, and you know, you don't want to be molested by some of these martial law troops. You don't want to be, you don't want to die like a coward, man. You want to die like a warrior with Yahweh Bashim Hashai's name on your lips, man, praising him. If it does come to that, so you have to get that mindset in your head that if it does come to that, this is how I don't want Ratazar. I want to do it. You know. But then, if you do get tortured, okay, in these concentration camps, Yahweh Shimashai can give you spiritual power where if they cut you, if they're trying to, I don't know, electrocute you, those electric pulses could feel like, like somebody tickling you gently, and it doesn't really hurt at all. Or they might get a hammer, try and bust your big toe on your foot. They're doing the hammer thing, okay? The toe's getting busted up, but you don't feel a damn thing. They go away, and then your toe is healed because the angel's there. Like Simeon Toko. Simeon Toko, the angel that was in West Africa, which is Jake area, by the way, okay, who had spiritual power. Like that, man, healing. We're going to see some beautiful things, man. We're going back to the ancient world, okay, where spiritual power was shown all the time. And we're going to see it again, man. But we're going to see it on a higher degree, on a higher level, man. Man, I'm so frustrated of this, man. There's so much I want to say, but I'm trying to control myself. But all praises to Yahweh, Allah Noah, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. May Yahweh Bashim Yashai destroy Esau's kingdom or queendom. May Yahweh Bashim Yashai destroy the heathens and the 2/3 that get in the way of Yahshua's progress. May Yahweh Bashim Yashai destroy every family member of the so-called elites and them, and give them nightmares and pain and bodily issues. I don't want them to die. I want them to suffer in pain. I want them to get nightmares of Yahweh Shai coming and putting chains around their neck. I want every Jake out there that's praying sincerely. Pray sincerely, brothers. Face the east and pray, man, for the downfall of this place. Our just Jews are coming, man. The miracles are coming. Those of you that see spiritual numbers, the miracles are coming, man. We're going to get small doses of them. Yeah? Like a graph. We're going to start off low, small doses of blessings on this side. Then they're going to increase until you're blessed enough, or Lord willing, you get beamed up into the chariot, and then you finished your course, man. Then it's just happiness forever, man. But the beautiful thing is when you get transitioned, you're gonna remember how it was on this side and the hell you went through. So you got a comparison. It's like you work all week, right? You constantly work, but you don't know what a holiday is like, or you're constantly on holiday. If you're constantly on holiday, how are you gonna know what a holiday is like? You know. So that's how we can appreciate the kingdom and spiritual power and looking good and all that kind of thing, and having the laws inside us, man, and seeing Yahweh Shai face to face, man. We can look up at our King, man. You know how beautiful that's gonna be. And we can compare that to how we were, and we can really appreciate the kingdom, bro. You know, for every woman that you ever wanted on this side, you know, whether she had a man or whatever the situation was, or you know, whatever the situation may be, you know, you're gonna get her in the kingdom. You know, remember one thing: when these women are born in the kingdom, they're not going to be attached to the men on this side. Okay, they're going to have new bodies, they're going to new everything. Okay, but you can't touch a married woman on this side, though. Don't do that. Even if she's super fine and built, and she's saying to you, come to my house at 4 p.m. Don't do that. Okay, you'll get that, you know, couple of hours of pleasure, you know, and then with a lot of pleasure like that is going to come a lot of pain, man. The Lord is going to take you out. You know, the Lord will give you your blessings, man. Okay, as they say, patience is virtue, and good things come to those who wait, man. And our blessings are coming, and they're going to come in thick and fast. Adawan Ratazar. Anyway, Salakia, if I digressed a lot, I'm not, I try and, anyway, I'm digressing again. All praises to Yahweh, Allahayana wa Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Kalalalina Yahweh, Allahayana wa Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Tawari Yahweh, Allahayana wa Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rakakwadash, Wa Abad Babal, Wa Abad Babal, Wa Abad Babal, Kwam Yashrala. And double honors to the elders, apostles, prophets, and bishops of Great Millstone and affiliate camps. Okay, the water.